Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Tuesdays with Paula. I'm Paula K Bronte, your Master Rapid Eye Technician, and I have the pleasure and excitement of having Lee Aldridge here with us today. Lee drove all the way down from Park City, yes?
Heber
from
Valley.
Heber, that's right. Yeah, and at this time of day, that's a journey. Lee,
But a beautiful one.
Yeah, really, and it's going to get more beautiful as the season changes. So today's topic is being your authentic self, why it's important, and how timely it is. This is a beautiful post-eclipse conversation that we're about to have, because as we all know, well, not all of us, but many of us recognize that we've moved into a new energy. And over the course of the next few months, we're going to start seeing things rapidly accelerate within and without, internally and externally. Things are going to be shifting and changing. So your awareness and your level of consciousness about who you truly are and your place in the world has become more important than ever. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I work with buzzwords on this show, right? So this time it's authentic self, right? That one's been kicked around for a long time. And Lee is an expert in knowing and understanding what that means. And that began with Lee when she was a professional photographer, and she'll tell you a little bit about that. She's got a pretty interesting story. And it's led her to becoming a branding expert. And I'm going to begin. It's good to know what you don't want, so then you know what you do want. Well, I'm going to tell you what branding is not, so Lee can help you understand what it is. Branding is not just about having a big, fancy, beautiful, expensive website. It is far, far more than that. And Lee is the expert, and I'll have her talk to you about that. And so, Lee, tell us a little bit more about yourself, how you came to be such a leader in the industry of helping people expand their business through branding, and also increase the quality of their relationships with everyone and everything because of their connection with themselves. You're on.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much for having me here today. Yeah. And thank you all who are out here tuning in on this post-eclipse beautiful day. Paula, you're right. We are in a new paradigm of living. We're in a new paradigm of doing business. The old ways don't work anymore. And I'm sure we have all felt some inkling of that, with the corporate structures falling and entrepreneurialism, we're all rising up. And it's interesting to see how perfect and divine it all is, because being authentic is actually what we have been striving for 2,000 years, I believe.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
And my journey with authenticity, I think, is not much different from yours or anyone else's. The stories are different, the ways it happened are different, but truly, as we were being brought up, especially in our generation, it was sit down, calm down, settle down.
Yeah, that's right.
Get down here.
Yeah,
and
true.
I don't know about you, but my authentic nature was kind of out of alignment with my family's idea of decorum.
Yeah, shutting you down.
Mm-hmm.
Shutting you down.
And so in order for me to have food, shelter, and clothing, what did I do?
Shut down.
I shut down and I made it work.
And that's how we begin our journey of worshiping the God what other people think. Our very survival depends on what other people think of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got this deep program going of always trying to figure out what the other person wants and expects, what's going to please them. Because it really is a core primal survival instinct.
And guess what?
Yeah.
That is key to branding. And I'm going to tell you why. This idea of self-judgment brought on by what other people think and my reputation. I mean, gosh, we talk about your reputation all the time when I was growing up. But we do get to come from, in our business, what do you need? So this tool, this empathic tool that we have developed as human beings, actually is how we're going to turn that around and use it for our business. Because here's the thing. When people come to my business, whether it's on my website or Facebook page or in an email even, they're looking at me to potentially buy something. And what's that one question that all of us ask, whether we're going to buy a cup of coffee or a new car, or
how much?
What's in it for me?
Right.
What's in it for me? So it is key for us to tap into this empathic nature of ours to see what it is. Who are we meant to serve? And how am I gonna provide a solution to your problem? You know, and so in that way, everything is lining up, everything is in order, even though it feels so chaotic. So our authenticity and that search for that, which has been my lifelong journey, is my way of showing up in my business in a way that resonates with the exact people I can help. And it's just so much fun to pull it all together.
Right. Yeah. And then you're working with people that you enjoy being with. Yeah. Because it's the law of attraction. I always have to bring that into our sessions, into our talks. That law of attraction. When you do have that clear vibration of who you truly are, then you're going to be bringing in the people that are going to most match that.
Right.
And you'll be able to serve them because you'll know them in a way that they don't even know how you know them.
That's right.
Know them.
You're going to be like, were you in my house?
Yeah.
Were you in my office? Like,
Yeah,
how do you know
bugging
me?
Bug my office?
Yeah. And so that's the age of authenticity. We show up real and who we are. And in that way, we're going to leverage the energy. We're going to resonate with those people that we love to serve.
That's right.
It's the new paradigm.
And even those of you that don't have a business, if you're really listening to the core of what Leah's saying, this is across the board. It's not only for business. It's for every relationship. When you are truly who you are, and talking about the law of attraction, then you're going to be bringing to those people that are most in sync with who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
And who you want to spend your time with.
Right.
Who do I really want to spend my time with, you know? And so that's the personal branding piece. Like, are you showing up in a way that is life affirming, right?
Yeah.
Now,
and inspiring and allowing. So when you're in your authentic yourself and you bring a client in or a friend or a lover, whoever it is, that's reflecting your authentic self, the key there is that you have the capacity, and now more than ever, to bring out the best in one another.
That's right.
I mean, that to me is the greatest compliment in any relationship. So I am my best when I'm with you.
That's right. So it doesn't matter. Our businesses, to me, are the vehicle through which I can show up as a human being to grow my soul, right? And so with my business, I get to use my business as a way to express my brilliance, my unique genius. We all have our unique genius. So isn't kind of authenticity seeking out our innate genius?
Oh, that's a beautiful definition.
You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah. I love that, because that innate genius is the very part of you that got so shut down. And they said, settle down and shut up. Right?
That's right. And I didn't get to play with it. You know,
that's That's a beautiful definition. Let's say that one again. Authenticity is our genius expressed, whether it's in our personal relationships or in our business.
And when we do that, the resonance happens.
That's right.
And now, and the other thing that I'll say is new
we all
paradigm.
Love money. I love money.
Because the new paradigm of business is, if you are not loving, I mean, we've heard from Abraham Hicks for how many years? 20 years? Follow your bliss.
30.
Follow your bliss. Well, what the heck does that mean? I mean, I didn't know. My life has been a search for what is my bliss. Some people get it early And I did follow bliss. If you look back, and money followed as I did that. So it's true, but what does follow my bliss mean? It's just kind of like, I don't want to hear that anymore.
Yeah.
And the same with authenticity. What does that really mean?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we're unpacking here, in that authenticity is a way to success in your business, because money follows.
That's right.
Your resonance, your being in your truth.
That's right.
You know?
It sure does. Absolutely. It certainly does. And it's interesting because last week when I talked about the eclipse, I talked about these dormant powers that we all have that are about to really accelerate and show up in a bigger way. And that
full body goosebumps on that one.
Yeah. And that has so much to do with our genius. When we are in a place, and particularly I have to go off on this just a little bit, Lee. So part of this eclipse was the moon, the female moon, covering the male sun, right? Coming into her rightful place.
I love that.
And I've heard that it's really the birthing of the female power and energy coming into its rightful place here on the earth. And so the feminine, even the female aspect of men, it's been so shut down and persecuted. We know the story. Right.
Yeah.
And so now as we talk about allowing our dormant powers to come through and our genius to express, what essentially we're talking about is allowing that female, that feminine that has been so shut down and settled down for so long, really able to come up and come through.
That's right.
And it's impossible to be your authentic self without allowing both your male and female to come into union and express through you.
And we can even take it a step further into left brain, right brain.
Oh,
and
sure.
I think of feminine as the right brain, the emotional, the connection, the spiritual connection, the nurturing and taking care of kind of energy. And so what's really interesting, again, the synchronicities of this time in our lives is the new studies. I love brain stuff. That's why I'm here with Paula, because she does all the fun brain stuff, and we'll get to that in a second. But the study is that our brains are actually evolving our right brains.
Oh, is that right? I haven't heard that
Literally, our right brains are coming online. What does that mean? Well, everything that you just said about the divine feminine and us getting balance, whether we're male or female, but it also means that our intuition is coming online, and that we thrive and we crave harmony and design again.
That's right.
The Industrial Revolution, man, it's working. We got bridges, cars, truck systems. Sure, it needs a little help. And the information age. Everything's pretty much running. I mean, I don't even have to go out of my house. I just go to Amazon. It's terrible. I got to get out. Thank you for having me. What it means is two things. We want to land in a noisy marketplace online on a website that makes sense to me.
That's right.
On a website that's easy to navigate, that's fun, that's enjoyable.
That's right.
If it's too cluttered,
that's right.
If it's too confusing,
I'm out of there.
Are you out?
I'm out of there.
I click out.
Absolutely.
I'm gone.
Absolutely.
But guess what the second most important development is in this brain evolution on the right side?
Well,
our intuition.
Sure.
Whether you claim it or not, whether you're mainstream and you're like, intuition. No. Subconsciously, we have evolved. And we know in our gut when we land on a website.
That's right.
And the messaging isn't quite right. And the person's picture, who is that? And we may not be conscious, Paula.
That's right.
We may not realize what it is.
I've heard it's like the first 5 seconds that you see a website, you know whether or not you want to pay attention to
1/10 of a second.
1/10 of a second.
To make a first impression. Harvard just finished another study last year. It was 2/10 of a second.
Wow.
Well, I didn't even know what that was. Like, what is that? 2/10 of a second.
Yeah. Wow.
1/10 of a second to make a first impression.
It's the minute that it goes through the eyeball into the brain. Yeah. And so speaking of the left brain, right brain, talk a little bit more about, we were talking earlier about why Lee brings so much to her business and her clients, because she has both a rich brain and a rich right brain, and it's a unique combination these days. So what did you call yourself? There were 3 things she said. What are you? You're an artist.
Well, I'm an artist at heart.
Mm-hmm.
I have
a photographer. That's art.
Yeah, I mean, I spent 40 years capturing what other photographers really weren't capturing. I thought I was wrong.
Yeah. Right.
Because I got the book on how to shoot weddings, and photographers during that day and time, they'd shoot 40 pictures.
Yeah.
In 5 hours at the whole wedding, 40. Because you know the 38 by 10s we're talking about, right? We could list them here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I started shooting weddings, I was on 35 millimeter, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd have 36 pictures on a roll. I was tuned in. I was tuned in to what was happening, because I was kind of learning about life.
Yeah.
Through my camera lens, like, what is a healthy relationship? What does love really look like?
Yeah.
And so I was fascinated with capturing and freezing those moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that I was just shooting too much film, and I was wrong for it.
It turned out to be quite the opposite.
It did.
Okay.
It turned out that as much as I was trying to fit myself into what I should look like as a person,
well, like everybody
as a woman,
else. Everybody else
everybody.
shutting down your genius, not being authentic, doing it the way everybody else is doing it.
Yeah,
because
the right way.
Yeah.
And I went to a seminar. It was about 2 years into this fledgling, scary wedding photography. I mean, you only get one chance.
Right.
It's like,
Right. Yeah.
I really bid it all. I always do that to myself. But I went to this seminar, and I wouldn't go to the big professional photographers things.
Right.
I was too intimidated. I was
Right.
freaked out,
Mm-hmm.
fearful, full of self-doubt. And this was 35 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I've come a long way. But I went to this seminar, and it was 2 United States professional wedding photographers. Like, it was a real cool deal that they were in my little hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, I don't know if you guys remember Siskel and Ebert. You remember
Oh,
them?
yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
So they
I
were
do.
contrarian, you know. So this is how it was set up. They had directors' chairs, and they were batting back and forth, like my way, the traditional way, the posing and the lighting. And this guy was going on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy, Dennis, Reggie, he started talking about shooting 5,000 images at a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And everything he said was what I had been trying to shut down.
Right.
And I was set free in a matter of an hour. I was completely set free. And do you know what? I enjoyed 32 years of success because I was doing it differently. Right. Our difference is our distinction.
That's
our
right.
uniqueness
That's right.
is our authenticity.
That's right. And that's the other thing I believe we're going to start seeing change now. That's why this is so pivotal, because in all of our history, difference makes you bad. Wars, all kinds of everything is about because you're different than me. And now the uniqueness, the difference is what's going to make us. You know,
that's right.
It's
We're
going to
free.
be quite the opposite. We're going to be revered for our differences.
That's
now.
right.
I really think that's going to be part of our
That's
shift.
right.
Okay, so what's the other 2 things? You're the artist. We have the left and right brain here going.
Well, I was
You're the artist. You're a geek.
I'm a geek. I'm a computer geek from way back.
I so need her. I want her to move into my office, actually. Yeah.
I love new technology. I love cutting edge stuff. I have millions of things to read. But I just have always, when I was in my 20s, I started working for a big pharmaceutical company. I'm from North Carolina. And I was with one other woman. We were the hardware specialist. We were in charge of the whole research and development department of this big pharmaceutical company, making sure their computers were doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. So you've got the geek, you got the artist, and what was the other piece?
I am a soul seeker.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I have just had to do my work.
Yeah.
I've had to do my work.
Yeah, you know, Lee is one of those people. I learned a long time ago from someone called Gary Acevedo. He does the Awakening here in the Valley. And one of the big things I remember from his work is that inner work is forever.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to continue growing, and not just continue growing, once you've started the inner work, if you don't continue it, you drop into an ugly dark pit.
Yeah.
Because you know what could be, and you're not there. And so inner work is always, and it's not bad news.
Yeah, I thought
fun.
there was a destination.
Yeah,
Paula.
no. Marianne Williamson said we never get it done. We never get it done because we are evolving beings.
Yeah.
And our future, we can't even tell our future anymore. We used to be able to predict things. We can't do it anymore because we're creating it so quickly as we go along.
That's right.
And it's all a reflection of your inner work. And so go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry, the soul seeker. She has always been true to herself that way.
I really have, and I haven't been afraid to take responsibility. It's like, wow, what can I learn from this? But gosh, Paula, I was in a 12-step program for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And it taught me so much. And about 10 years ago, I couldn't do it anymore. I was hitting a ceiling of spiritual growth. I was just restless, low-level fear, my little friend. What's the opposite of fear? Faith, love.
Love.
And I just couldn't get to it. And so I love it when you say that there is no destination. Because when I came to you, I was convinced that everything I had tried, and I have a lot of spiritual seeking tools, and I do my, oracle cards, and I do my own clearings, and I have my prayer meditation time, and I love to meditate.
And you've been to a lot of practitioners for a lot of different techniques.
And it's all good, right? It's all good. There's nothing for naught. And this new energy, I have been feeling it for about a year. Just this excitement, but it's kind of this fear.
Right.
Like
right.
it's
I remember
both.
when you first came, it was huge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? Is
Overload.
this excitement or is it fear? And when I came
they're
to
two
you,
sides of the same coin.
they are. And I couldn't reach the expansive part. My brain seemed to be in a loop of contraction, in a cul-de-sac of low-level anxiety.
Yes.
Yes. I was kind of high-strung.
I like that cul-de-sac of low-level.
I know, and then you just go going around and around.
It's a great image. Yeah, it's true. There was a lot of overwhelm.
Yeah, and so just after a few sessions with Paula, I knew when I came to you that it was a brain thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I had done the spiritual, emotional, psychological work, but something wasn't clicking.
Yeah.
I couldn't snap in. And so just after a few sessions.
Yeah, it didn't take long at all.
And it wasn't any I'd walk out of here and go, oh my God, I'm sprouted wings and I'm flying off into the sunset. There have been choices that I didn't have before.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to say it, because that's exactly what happens. Yeah.
Like they just weren't there. I didn't have the choice. But now it's like I drove out of the cul-de-sac and I had a chance to turn left or right or straight or any way to create.
Yeah.
I want to create and design my life because I know we can now.
That's right.
That's right. I know we can.
That's right. That's right. Really beautiful. Really beautiful.
So, yeah.
So the bottom line here is that if you are struggling in any aspect of your life, you may want to take a little time out and look and define what is your genius. What is your authentic self? What part of you are you hiding or shutting down because you were told you had to?
Yeah.
And give it some love and nurturing and attention and develop it. And become your authentic self.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Well, and if you don't know who that is, if you don't know who that is in your business, I have listened. I've listened to people like Paula who are brilliant, making an impact. I've listened to all of you guys because you are the ones that I love to serve and who I'm uniquely qualified to serve, quite frankly.
Yes.
And I have created a way for you to get to your kick-ass authentic brand. And it's 60 days to clarity and strategy and design.
That's
in that
right.
order,
Yeah.
because you can't get the colors and the fonts and the design of the website until you're clear on who you're serving, why you're serving them, and how you're going to get to them. That's strategy.
That's right.
The fun stuff.
That's strategy. So if you spend a lot of time on your business and nothing's quite working, it could be because
it could be simple.
Yeah, very simple. It could just take 60 days.
And that's what I'm saying overall is being authentic in life is going to just be exponentially magical now.
That's
because
right.
of where we are.
And
easy. Yeah.
Very easy.
Easy
Much
button.
Easier than it's ever been. And in 60 days with Lee, if there are aspects of yourself that really do feel stuck and caught and you don't know what this authentic self means, and you're attracting clients who you really don't want to work with, but you will because they're paying you.
Right.
You want to up level
let's
your
just
whole
look
experience, because it means that your genius is not being expressed to attract those people that are going to most benefit from you.
Right.
So Lee's her specialty.
I have a gift.
The people that she works with, I mean, they're track stories.
But I have a gift for your viewers.
Oh, a gift, yes. I thought
have
you
a
meant
gift.
your gift. Yes, go ahead. Yep, there you go.
I have a gift.
Ready?
For
Everybody
you.
Ready for a gift?
I have a gift for you guys to get you started, just to get you thinking on this brand journey. And if you have any questions, you can absolutely call me. But I want you to email me at lee@soulstorycreative.com, and I will send you 16 ways to step up and stand out in your brand. This book has things you can do right now to create a more clear, a more captivating website, a way to pick the right words to reach the right people and convey that message. So I'm really a translator. I'm a translator of your essence in the vision that you have for your business and your life, how you want your life to be. And I can translate that for you in a digital language that your market can hear, listen to, engage with, and connect with. And so
it makes it so much more fun.
Oh gosh, we got to have fun in our business now. It's not about the grind, and that's what my lesson is, because I'm a doer. I get things done. And my deal is with this eclipse is to relinquish that, hardcore do, which has served me so well, and step into this magic of this age of authenticity that we're in. Yeah. So email me, lee@soulstorycreative.com, and I'll send you a gift. If you want a brand review, I offer complimentary brand reviews. We get on Zoom. You take lots of good notes because it's really good stuff, and we'll figure out how we can up level your website and your online presence right now. So I love the work you do. Is so vital to us making this huge impact.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I love doing it. For me, it's my life.
Thank you for setting me free to do what I love. I mean, I had to get over that last spring for me to come out to you right here, right now.
That's right.
I mean, this isn't the easiest thing in the world for me.
I love. So it's so gratifying to watch the before and after, the caterpillar to the butterfly. It happens over and over again, and I just love it. And before we finish up with a little more information, I just want to thank all these people that have joined us.
Thank you,
Tori
all.
And Larry. Hi, Larry. Haven't talked to you forever. And April, you made a little comment. Thank you. That she was really understanding.
Oh, good.
We were shut down. So thank everybody for joining us. And do send simply an email and really take advantage. Her work is phenomenal, and you can tell that she has used the wisdom and power that she has developed from her inner work to really create an opportunity for you to be able to shine. So send her an email because she's fantastic, as I'm sure you just figured out.
Thank you.
And one thing I want to mention again, where is it? Here we go, before we sign off. My new book. Well, it's not new. It's actually old, but it's a new cover. There we go. A Call to Mastery, Living the Art of Ascension. And if you would like a signed copy, email me, and I will send you an order form and a signed copy. So my email is paulakbronte@gmail.com.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to sign me a copy.
And also, Lee, to tell all your people, and everybody out there, tell all your people that are local, that I'm doing a class at Dave's Health and Nutrition, a 4-week series. It's starting the second week in September.
That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. And it will be. It'll really be fun. We're going to be talking a lot about our ability to shine and grow and expand and accelerate the potential that we have.
Oh, that's going to be good. Juicy.
Yeah, lots of different subjects. We're working on the chakras. We'll be talking a lot about the law of attraction. I'll be doing a session. So people get to actually have a rapid eye session. Yeah. So if you want more information about that, you can email me that as well.
See, your rapid eye stuff is so great, but your knowledge base, your wisdom that you've amassed is incredible.
Yeah. I love that part of my work. We get to put both, I weave it in. Well, and in Rapid Eye, we are life skill coaches as well. So there's a lot of that.
Yeah, but you've got your own unique journey that you've been on.
Yeah.
We all do.
We all do.
And it's really, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bless you. And remember, ask yourself, what is my genius? What is my genius? And be that. Give yourself permission to be that. And it'll give everyone else permission. Love you all. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Close. There you go.